In this video, I'll show you how to extract anything from a cell in Excel, whether it's the first word in a sentence, a number buried in the middle of text, or a tricky ID stuck at the very end. And no, this doesn't require a ton of formulas, it's actually surprisingly easy. Let's get into it. Suppose we have a table like this with a sentence saying sold 122 units in January and we only want to extract the number. And you can download this Excel file for free in the video description if you want to follow along. By far the fastest and easiest method is just to type the first one manually. So I'm just going to put 122 here and then I can just press Ctrl E and that's going to drag it all the way down to the bottom, simply extracting the numbers. That's known as flash fill. We can actually find this by going over to data and clicking on this button up here called flash fill that does the same thing. In that example though, the data was all aligned the same. So what happens down over here, you can see we have the number at the very start and next we have the number at the very end with all of these in the middle. Let's see if this still works. So I can put the 122 and then Ctrl E again and you'll notice it's able to extract the numbers regardless of where they're located. As you can see, the flash fill feature is awesome, but it does have one huge problem and it's that it's not dynamic. For example, here as the full text, suppose I change it from 122 to just 12 and hit enter. Well, this part's not updating and the problem is it's not showing as an error either. So you would think that this number is correct and just continue with your analysis. If you needed to update this, we would just need to delete all of the data, type the first one manually again, and then Ctrl E, which really isn't ideal. Luckily, there is one formula called REGEX, which makes this automatic, and REGEX stands for regular expression, so let's take a look. In this case, we're just looking to extract the digits, so we're gonna type equals regex, and there's a few different suggestions. In my case, I want the REGEXTRACT, so I'm just gonna hit the tab key there. The text is this full text part right here, comma, and the pattern that I want to extract is in quotations, a backdash, a D, and a plus, and I'm going to explain this syntax later. Let me first show you what it ends up doing. I'm just gonna close the parenthesis here and just double click to all the way to the bottom, and you'll notice that it's able to detect all the data properly, just like the flash fill. But if I go ahead and change this to just, let's say 55, you'll notice that it detects that. Same thing if it's inside of the sentence. Let's say I put a 99 in here, it's able to detect any changes automatically. As you can see, it's working great, but now let's go over the syntax so you can understand it better. So this backdash and the D here are basically saying to detect a number from this full text area, but this only returns a single digit. The problem is 1 to 2 here, for instance, is 3 digits. So the plus sign says to return 1 or more digits. Hit enter there and that gives you the 122. If I were to change that plus sign, for instance, you can see it only gives me that first digit. One thing to note is that this is still a relatively new function, so it's not available in all Excel versions. So far, we've been looking at extracting numbers, but what about extracting text? Let's take a look at that next over here, where we've got the unique ID. And suppose we just want to take out this first part where it's the order, so the ORD and the number right after it, but not this dash sign and the UK part. So you might think of typing equals and using the left function. After all, we're taking things from the left hand side. The text is this one, comma, and the number of characters is how many characters we want extracted from the left. So it's gonna be 7 characters for us. Close a parenthesis and hit enter. So this works quite well for the first and the second, but we start to get a problem when we go lower down. Because we said 7 characters, you'll notice right here, it's actually extracting the dash 2. For this one, it's missing the number 9. So you can see that when the unique ID is slightly inconsistent, this left function no longer works. And we have the exact same problem if we were to use the mid function, which works in the same way, but for middle values, as well as the right function. So a more flexible alternative is to use text functions, and in this particular scenario, using the text before makes a lot of sense. So let me show you how that works. Text before, this is the text, comma, and the delimiter is what do we want the cut point to be. So in this case, we want it to be wherever there's a dash, we want everything that's before it. So all I need to put here is in quotations, just that same dash sign, close the parenthesis and hit enter. I can drag this down and you'll notice now that it's fully dynamic. So in parts like this, where I only have 5 digits instead of 7, you'll notice it's able to extract just the relevant ones. On the flip side, if instead of the order ID, we wanted to extract the actual country, so the UK part, the FR part, etc., we can just use the text after and really use the same syntax. So it's just gonna be this particular text part, comma, and the same dash delimiter, but this time it's gonna take everything after instead of everything before. Hit enter here and we can just double click to drag this all the way down. The really convenient part about these functions is that they're very customizable. For instance, in this other scenario, let's suppose we want to have the warehouse number, so the WH104 here. The problem is if we were to use the text after function, select this as the text, comma, and just use the dash like we have before, it's actually just gonna take the UK part and the warehouse number too, because it's just using that first dash sign. That said, we can customize that with some of the built-in tools. If I put a comma key again, you'll notice that we now have the instance number. So it's saying, hey, should I use the first dash or maybe ignore that and go for the second dash? The first one would be number 1. So in this case, we want number 2 and hit enter. Now you can see it's only taking the warehouse number and ignoring the country. Double click here to take that all the way to the bottom. Also, in the scenario where we don't have a match at all, for instance down over here, if I just put hello, you'll notice that because we don't have any dashes there, it's gonna give us this error sign. We can always double click inside of it and tell it to give a specific message. So if I keep putting a comma there until the if not found part, here I can just say no match, close those quotations and hit enter. Now it doesn't look like that formula is completely broken. Of course, we could get a lot of the same answers with the flash fill or the Ctrl E feature. The problem is that it's not dynamic, so we run across the same problem where if the unique ID updates, we're going to have the wrong numbers over here if we use flash fill. A very cool feature I've built and I want to share with you is this extract tool, where I can choose which part of the unique ID I want and it extracts it automatically. We can do that with a sentence too, or really any type of value, and I'll show you how to do that next. But before we dive in, if you want to learn Excel and other in-demand data skills, I'd recommend you check out our Data Analyst program. It consists of 5 individual courses and over 350 lessons. First, in Excel, you'll learn best practices for formatting formulas and charts. Then you'll apply your skills with real-life case studies from data cleaning to building a dynamic financial model. Then in Power BI, you'll dive into data visualization and create interactive dashboards. Thirdly, in SQL, you'll work with larger databases, writing SQL queries, and even connecting with other applications like Excel. Fourth, in Python, we'll start with the programming basics and eventually advance to analyzing real crime data on Los Angeles and even building our first regression model to predict housing prices. Finally, in VBA and macros, you learn to automate tasks like generating pivot tables, P&L reports, and much more. So click on the link in the description below to join our Data Analyst program now and gain the skills you need to thrive in today's data-driven world. Alright, let's now build this extractor tool, and the first thing we'll need is to split this unique ID. For that, we can use another of the text functions we haven't quite seen yet, which is TEXTSPLIT. It's fairly self-explanatory. We just need to select the text, comma, and choose what we want it to be split by, which is simply in quotations a space for us. Close up parentheses and hit enter. You'll notice that right now it's split it into 3 separate columns simply because there's 3 values with a space in between. Now for the which part here, whenever I put a 1, I'd just like to see this order ID part. If I put a 2, I just want to see the country, and a 3 for this last part. For this, we just need to wrap this text split formula around the index function. So we're just gonna put index in here and go towards the very end of the function, put a comma key, and the row number is where we want to select the which part. Now, because we're gonna be dragging this all the way down to the bottom, let's make sure we fix it by pressing the F4 key. This way, it's not going to move lower down. Close up parentheses and hit enter. Awesome, the first one seems to be working correctly. Let me double click on the bottom. Check by double clicking right here. You can see that this top part hasn't moved, but obviously the text values have moved all the way down to the bottom as the unique ID. That makes sense. So now if I change this to a 1, you'll notice we get the order ID. If I change it to a 3, we get just the warehouse number. So it's fully dynamic. It's really that simple. And if you had some slightly different data, for example, as the unique ID, suppose instead of a space, we had dashes like this in between each part, you'll notice at first it gives you an error. You just need to go inside of it. And as the column delimiter, instead of just having a space, we will need to change that into a dash. Hit enter there and you'll notice that it's now working correctly. Alright, what you've just learned is essential for data cleaning, and another key feature you should know is data normalization, which you can actually learn with this video over here, or you can take our Excel course over here. Hit the like and that subscribe, and catch you in the next one.